this is Nafis from Study Time. So, guys, did you know what we are going to learn today? So, today we are going to learn the class 8th grade first chapter of science, crop production and management. Introduction. Food is most essential for all living organisms to stay alive. We get energy from food. The energy from food is utilized by organisms for carrying out their various body functions such as digestion, respiration, or excretion. We get our food from plants or animals or both. Since we all need food, we need to provide food to a large number of people, so food has to be prepared on a large scale. In order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management and distribution of food is necessary. So guys, did you know what is crop? When plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at a one place on a large scale, it is called crop. Types of crop. There are two types of crop classified on the basis of season on which they are grown: Kharif crop and Rabi crop. The crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crops. The crops grown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. The winter season is generally from October to March. Example of Kharif crops: paddy, maize, soyabean, groundnut, cotton, etc. Example of Rabi crops: wheat, gram, peat, mustard and linseed, etc. So, types of crop or basic practice of crop production. Agricultural practices involve the following activities: first, preparation of soil; second, sowing; third, adding manure and fertilizers; fourth, irrigation; fifth, protecting from weeds; sixth, harvesting; seventh, storage. So, we will discuss these points one by one, clearly and fluently. So, first we read preparation of soil. It is the first step before growing a crop. The process used to loosen and turn the soil is called tilling or plowing. Farmer uses plow, hoe, cultivator for plowing. After tilling, leveling is done, in which the big clumps of soil called crumbs are broken and leveled. Leveling the field helps in the process of sowing and irrigation. Why loosening of soil is so important? It allows the roots to go deeper into the soil and yet breathe easily, allowing air to reach the root. Helps in growth of microbes and earthworms that add humus to the soil and turn and loosen the soil further. A nutrient-rich soil comes to the top and can be used by plants. Why leveling the field is important? It ensures uniform distribution of irrigation water in the root zone of the plant. So, sowing is the preparation of soil. So, also preparation of soil. Agriculture implements. Introduction. So, sowing is the most important part of the crop production. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Good quality seeds are clean and healthy seeds of a good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Depends on the soil climate, irrigation method, and the other regional factor. How to separate damaged seeds from healthy seeds. Did you know, guys? Can you answer me in comment section? Oh, the answer of the question is put the seeds in water. The damaged seeds are hollow and lighter and thus float on water. Good and healthy seeds sink in water and settle down. Agriculture implements used for sowing. Traditional tool, seed drill. So let's discuss about traditional tool. The tool used traditionally and sowing seeds is shaped like a funnel. The seeds are filled into the funnel, passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. And further discuss about seed drill. Nowadays, the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. The full sows the seeds uniformly at proper distance and depths. It ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. This prevents damage caused by birds. This saves time. Guys, how to separate damaged seed from the healthy seed? Put the seeds in water. Damaged seeds are hollow and lighter and thus float on water. What precautions should be taken while sowing? While sowing seeds, it is essential to make sure that seeds are healthy and of high quality. They are planted at correct distance from each other so that they can get proper light, water and nutrients from soil. They must be sown deep enough to protect them from animals and birds which might eat them, and wide which might blow them away, but not so deep that they may not get enough air to germinate. Why it is better to sow seed uniformly? Seeds should be planted at appropriate distance to avoid overcrowding of plants. It allows plant to get proper sunlight as well as sufficient water and nutrients from the soil. Adding manure and fertilizers is so important. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant and animal wastes. Fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in particular nutrient, example urea, ammonium sulfate, potash, NPK. Manure and fertilizers are added in the soil for healthy growth of the plant. What are the 3 methods of replacing the soil with nutrients? The 3 methods of replacing the soil are adding organic manure to the soil, adding chemical fertilizers to the soil, leaving the field uncultivated on fallow between 2 crops. Crop rotation, in which different crops are grown alternately to allow soil to replenish with different nutrients. Difference between manure and fertilizers. Manure and fertilizers. So let's discuss about manure. Manure is a natural substance obtained by decomposition of cattle dung and plant resides. Manure can be prepared in the field. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Manure is relatively less rich in the plant nutrients. So let's move towards fertilizers. Fertilizers is an organic soil. It is prepared in factories. It do not provide any nutrients to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It is a new word, pros and cons. Pros means advantages and cons mean disadvantages. So we will discuss pros and cons of using fertilizers. Note it guys, pros means advantages and cons means disadvantages. So what is the pros of fertilizers? The answer is they are chemical rich in particular nutrients and help farmer get better yield of crop like wheat, paddy and maize. What is the cons of fertilizers? They make soil less fertile and also causes water pollution. These are the pros and cons of fertilizers. Why is manure better than the fertilizer? Do you know guys? The answer is organic manure is better than fertilizers because it adds humus to the soil and increases its water holding capacity, improves soil texture, makes soil porous, which make exchange of gases easier and increases the number of friendly microbes. So friend, discuss about crop rotation. Crop rotation, nutrients can be replaced by growing different crops alternately. This process is called crop rotation. Earlier farmers in northern India used to grow legumes as fodder in one season and wheat in new season. This helps in replenishment of the soil with nitrogen because rhizobium bacteria are present in the noodles of the roots of leguminous plants fixes atmospheric nitrogen. So irrigation. The supply of water to crops at different intervals is called irrigation. Time and frequency of irrigation depends on the variety of crop, the type of soil and the season. Why irrigation is necessary? Plants contain 90% water and need it for proper growth and development. When roots absorb water, they also absorb minerals and fertilizers. Germination of seeds does not take place in dry conditions. Nutrients dissolved in water get transported to different parts of the plant. Water also protects crops from frost and hot air currents. Source of irrigation guys, source of irrigation. What are the source of irrigation? The sources of irrigations are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. Traditional method of irrigation. Traditional irrigation methods can be of two types. Ones that use cattle and human labor. The cheaper but less efficient. These include moat, pulley system, chain pump, dhekli and rahat level system. Ones that use pumps to lift water. Pumps can be powered by diesel, biogas, electricity. Modern methods of irrigation. Now we are using modern methods of irrigation. So let's discuss about it. Modern method of irrigation help us to use water economically. The main methods of use as follows. Sprinkler system is the best for place where land is uneven and sufficient water is not unavailable. It is used in watering lawn and coffee plantation. Drip irrigation. It is the best for place where water is availability is low. Water falls drop by drop directly near the roots of the crops. There is No wastage of water at all. Used in watering fruit plants, garden and tree. How does over irrigation harmful for crop production? Like irregular or under irrigation, excessive water can also damage crop. In waterlogged field, seeds do not germinate properly as they do not get sufficient air to respire. Roots do not grow properly due to lack of proper soil aeration. Water evaporates more, which leads to accumulation of salt, which in turn damages soil fertility. Roots do not go deep in soil, and hence plants are not able to get full nutrient from the soil. Roots are unable to anchor the plants properly, and the crop can easily get damaged by strong winds. Why is the weeding necessary? Removal of weeds is essential because weeds compete with crops for light, water, and nutrients. They may interfere in harvesting and can be poisonous for animals and human beings. Protection from weeds. Undesirable plants that grow naturally along with the crop are called weeds. Removal of weeds is called weeding. Simple. How do farmers remove weeds? Farmers you remove weeds by tilling before sowing of crops to uproot and kill weeds. That you know. Manually removing them using khurpi to uproot them or cut them close to the ground. Spraying weedicides, chemicals that kill weeds but does not. I'm telling you again. Spraying weedicides, chemicals that kill weeds but do not. Damage crops such as 2,4-dichlorophoxy, acetic acid, 2,4-D, nucleic acid and athagine. What should farmer keep in mind while using weedicides? The best time to remove weeds is before the produce flower and seeds. Weedicides are diluted with water and sprayed in the fields. Farmers should cover their Farmers should cover their nose and mouth with a piece of cloth while spraying them. Then we discuss about harvesting. You all have read about harvesting, guys. Have you heard harvester what? Oh. Cutting of soil after it matures is called harvesting. Harvesting can be done manually using sickle or by machine called harvester. Threshing. Threshing is separating chaff from grain by beating the crop against a stone on wooden bar. In this process, grains fall from the stalk due to force. What is winnowing, guys? Winnowing separates the husk from seeds by blowing air through it. In this process, the husk, which is lighter, falls away and seeds, which are heavier, fall down. So storage, at last we come on storage, guys. It is last one. Crop grains needs to be stored in a safer place so that we can use it meet demand whenever it is needed. A small scale grains are stored in jute bags or metallic bins that you know that are stored in metallic bins and also jute bags, understand. At a large scale they are kept in silos and granaries. How are grains protected from pests, bacteria and fungi? Grains are dried in the sun To reduce their moisture, dried neem leaves are used at home to protect from grains. In big godowns, chemical treatments are done to protect the large quantity of grain. What precautions should be taken during storage of grains? Precautions to be taken during storage of the food grains are: grains should be dried properly or they might rot easily. They should be stored in completely dry gunny bags. The bags should be kept in a place where it is completely moisture free. Storage areas should be well ventilated. In larger godown, care should be taken that chemicals used to repel or kill insects and rats do not contaminate food grains. Food from animals. Whenever animals are reared at a large scale to obtain food from them, it is called animal husbandry. Animal husbandry includes taking care of animals, breeding them, and domesticating them for different purposes such as meat, wool, milk, eggs, honey, etc. Types of animal husbandry popular in India includes beekeeping or apiculture, cattle farming, aquaculture, fish and sand, uh, boculture farming, poultry farming, dairy farming, and seed farming. So we have covered the first chapter, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I want to give special thank to Subham, who gave me opportunity to make this video. Guys, do well in lockdown periods and focus on study. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and click on bell icon.